So speaking of interesting, let's jump into the Brew Dudes YouTube channel. So what was the birth of that? Like how did this brainchild come about?
So I would say it began well, the channel became a true channel, I'd say, in 2013. Before that, we had a blog. And I am more of a natural writer than Mike is, but Mike has so much more, knowledge about brewing and has a lot of things to say about it. And I think at the time I could see where internet media consumption was going. That I think that people were not only getting better. I think the platforms were getting better at serving video,
Mm-hmm.
so that it was more seamless. And also, I think because of that, nobody wants to read. So, and it was also hard to get Mike to sit down and put a post together. So I said to him, look, this is where I think we should be going. I think we should start doing videos. And I think that's going to be what our main content format's going to be moving forward. And I think that kind of opened up a lot of things because, we could meet every week and chat through whatever we had to talk about for home brewing. And then I think that also gave us freedoms to pursue our own interests. I think the smash beer thing is a, good example of like, that's
Mm-hmm.
something that I wanted to learn more about, and that
Mm-hmm.
I brought that to the channel. I think all of Mike's scientific experiments, his trials with like either equipment or his trials with like, hey, we're going to do a series on off flavors. Isn't this going to be fun? Come over and taste some really bad beer and we'll talk about it. But like, I think it kind of opened up, it gave us more time to, um, I don't know, come up with ideas. And then it was easier to put those ideas out there for others to learn about rather than like kind of sitting down at a desk and, typing things out and maybe like grabbing photos and putting that together. I think that once we started doing videos, then it was almost like the blog became more of a place for those videos to be housed along with commentary that may not have made the video transcript, like
Gotcha.
here's some other things that we were thinking about, and maybe some clarifications, after you do the taping, there might have been something that this beer turned out to be, a little bit different than what we, first tasted. Like it settled, it aged a little bit better, and it was a better experience. So that's kind of it. I mean, I think the blog came out of just wanting to share our experiences. The YouTube channel was kind of like the next generation of the blog into more
Right.
of a vlog series. And for whatever reason, we decided like, hey, we should post something once a week, which
No pressure.
has its drawbacks too.